The Amityville Horror series is incredible. I say series, I really mean a bunch of different filmmakers who all hop on the same based on a true story bandwagon. Because there are so many different books on it, I assume that the rights aren't much of a problem. Production on these movies has really ramped up this year, with 4 Amityvilles being released this year alone. Absolutely amazing. On the road up to Amityville The Awakening coming out next year, I have committed myself to watching all of these movies, or at the very least as many as I can physically, because the Wikipedia list changes every day more or less, so if one vanishes I'll probably miss it. If I'm going to start with this series, I may as well start at the beginning. The Amityville Horror, 2005. Okay, when I say the beginning, I really mean the first film on the list that I saw. It's also among the more coherent, so it's probably a good place to start. It was a good place to start for me, so I'm just taking it. It's the first time Amityville is released in cinemas since 1983, and it stars a post-Blade Trinity Ryan Reynolds, produced by Michael Bay, so I'm already in love with it. The film really wants you to know that it's based on not any old true story, but the true story. They aren't messing around. But what I love is how little the writing team actually know about the story. I myself haven't read the book, but even I know more about the story than these people. I bet they didn't even read the Wikipedia page, those 2005 cretins. Now, it's very important to stress the 2005 angle, most importantly because The Ring came out in 2002 and the Saw franchise began in 2004, and it's incredibly obvious how desperate the makers of this film were in getting da kids interested. The movie begins with a trippy Native American / TV made me do it vibe that I can assure you is not in the film past this point at all, minus I think one other bit. We see a man load a gun and give us a grand tour of his lovely home. He sees a sleeping couple and gosh darn he goes to town, you know? This entire opening is very exploitative, and it's the sort of thing that you do expect from a sort of slasher gore fest. Hang on, did the screen go negative? Why? But before you have any time to answer these questions, a lot of these shots look like a year 10 media project, and it is incredible. 5 minutes into the film and that is your premise, quickly edited away. Now this is a quick reminder, this is based on the true story. These deaths actually happened, and it does feel a little distasteful to glorify the murders like this. Funny horror film. So yeah, we're introduced to a very bearded, very Ryan Reynolds-y Ryan Reynolds. He's the stepdad to a brand new family, and oh my god, that's Chloe Grace Moretz. They're going house hunting, and we get another view of the whole house, and golly gee, it's such a steal, whatever is wrong with it? I'll tell you what's wrong with it, sister. We're not even 10 minutes into the movie and ghosts are already confirmed. And the estate agent is so dedicated to the sale, she just sort of shrugs it off. That is the can-do commitment to a craft that I like to see. We stumble onto a clock that stopped at 3:15. Just another theme this movie really wants to make happen and then sort of forgets about. Let's buy it. No. Yes. Duh. Okay. Oh, by the way, several people were gunned down here. Lol. Bye. Day 1. Followed by some music that sounds way too 2005 for a film set in 1975, but move past it, it's a montage, it's fine. When did they get a dog? Was the dog established? Just move past it, happy montage, woo woo woo! So wait, was that montage one day, or did it show the passing of time, or what was the purpose of it? Like, was its entire purpose to show that they have a dog? Because that's all I've learned.
What? Praying doesn't do any good.
William?
Nobody answered me when I asked for Dad to be kept alive.
Oh yeah, I'm skipping this bollocks. Ryan Reynolds gets chilly, so he goes to the basement and immediately starts hearing voices. These demons do not mess around at all. This is still day 1, right? So things get pretty hot and heavy, and, you know, you gotta break the bed in, don't you? But oh no, 3:15. Do you remember the 3:15 from earlier? And jump scare. Yeah, Ryan's suddenly not into it anymore, but I mean, what? Wait, is she hanging? Why is she hanging? Everyone was very clearly shot at the beginning, right? Nah, whatever, move on. It's daytime now, so I guess this is day 2? But we haven't seen a title for it, so I mean, you've got to be consistent with that stuff. Either way, they've been in the house for 2 goddamn days. Chloe Moretz straight up talks to the demon girl. Ryan Reynolds is now already going crazy, and he's making the little kid cry. I mean, come on, Ryan, not cool. I wouldn't mind quite as much if the source material didn't do such a better job of pacing. There's barely any evidence of the paranormal throughout the entire book, and we've already seen demons before they chuffing moved in.
Chelsea! Chelsea!
Wait, who's Chelsea? Is Chelsea the dog? Oh, it's the girl. Why does she have a balloon? Are you scared yet? 'Cause I'm quaking. We then get the incredibly nail-biting scene of watching a child urinate. The camera crew had to actually stand there while a kid pretends to urinate and then shakes it off. That is just hilarious to me. Oh my god, that jump scare was cheap. Okay, I actually like the idea of that jump scare because we're so used to the blood out the tap cliche that the misdirection was well done. But it's immediately shat over by the much worse cliche of it's all a dream. This entire film is just 1 step forward and 2 steps back, I swear to God. It's 3:15 again and oh no, the balloon from earlier. Do you remember the balloon from like 5 minutes ago? I'm pretty certain this entire scene is only in the movie so we can see Ryan Reynolds' ripped physique. And you know what? It's the most entertaining part of the film so far, so well done, movie. There's a whole thing about the ghost girl again, but honestly, it's nothing new. It's, I don't know, day 3 by my count? And Ryan is shouting at a dog, so he's probably completely insane at this point. Oh, sorry, I take it back. It's day freaking 15! Way to pace this bad boy out. Tension has started to rise now between George, which is Ryan Reynolds' character, and the eldest stepson, Billy, who, to be fair, is a complete douche, but he's only 12, so I suppose it's allowed. Although, looking at IMDb, it does say he was actually 16 at the time, which sucks for him that he had to play a 12-year-old. Jump scare time again, and I'll be honest, I feel a little conflicted. I mean, the spelling is wrong, but they counterbalanced it by using the appropriate punctuation. You know, I mean, well done, Ghost, at least you tried, A for effort. The wife starts thinking the writing was her husband, even though the shadow is clearly that of a child. And I think that reflects the most on George, because that means that she thinks that's how he would spell.
I told you guys, I don't need a babysitter. I'm old enough. I told you I was
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Lisa, the babysitter.
Great. You sure you don't want a babysitter?
This incredibly cringy piece of weirdly sexual dialogue aside, I'd like to now introduce you to the worst babysitter in history. Say bye to the parents, whack the bong out, standard fare, before asking if the 12-year-old kisses with tongues.
So, do you French?
Do I what?
Kissing.
Before telling the kids about the murders in their own house. It's even worse when you find out that the actress in this scene is 25 years old. I mean, come on, seriously. This is just a poor economic mind. I mean, do you want repeat business from this family or what? You're doing a terrible job.
I suck at babysitting.
Yes, you do. Side note, what room do you think this is? Because it's only seen once in this shot. I cannot find this room anywhere else in the film. And I have no earthly idea where it is in the house or what kind of room it is. But anyway, she gets stuck in a wardrobe and the whole house starts to fall apart, kind of like the story. She gets wheeled away, the little boy cries, and Ryan Reynolds shouts.
Goddamn babysitter's an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. Halfway through the next scene and we get more gratuitous shirtless shots. And that's it. That's the whole scene. Amazing. We make it through a trippy dream sequence and then we get another shirtless scene. And I mean, if that's not value for money, I don't know what is. Almost two scenes in a row. Nobody mentions the blood that you can clearly see in the bath here. And like, does the water always look like that? Is it rust? Why is it red? Serious question, because if anyone knows the answer to it, please tweet me or something. I'd really appreciate it. Next step, the 12-year-old is put in charge of the kids for 5 minutes and this happens. I mean, god damn it, Billy. We then get to play who can play the most realistic 5-year-old.
Yes, there is! No, there isn't! She is not real! Liar! Liar!
What's the matter with you people?
Before Ryan Reynolds started to like break character and started talking directly to the audience.
Wacko family.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he just moves, he just leaves, sits, he just hunkers down in the basement. Did they know that he just stopped reading from the script? Because he just suddenly breaks character throughout the film from this point on. We then get introduced to the boss from Bruce Almighty. He's retired from media and he's a vicar now. Good for him. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds accidentally inspires Sinister 7 years early and then kills a dog. Although it's not clear how he gets rid of the dog, it's just sort of gone. And even then, it's not really clear if he did kill the dog. We just don't know. So Jack from Bruce Almighty comes back for a couple of minutes, tries to cleanse the house, goes, oh hell no, not during sweeps week, and he just leaves, he goes. It is the single greatest exorcism scene. Why don't we get more exorcism scenes where the vicar just legs it? Oh, the numbers are back. Ryan Reynolds takes a sledgehammer to the movie, and the film starts to make absolutely no sense at all. Some of this imagery would be pretty cool if the movie hadn't played literally all its cards by this point. There are no stakes, no pacing. So apparently the wife has been out all day because she got to the library before it even opened and now it is the night and the film just doesn't care anymore.
George!
Yep, she is scalped. That's not okay. Then we get given a jump scare right out of a Snapchat filter. Seriously, this film inspired a lot. Then we get this generic chase scene, and it is shocking how with all the punching, choking, screaming, not a single person died. And don't you dare say that this is because they were respecting the source material, because in the original story, Josie the demon girl was a pig. A ghost pig. Imagine this film with a ghost pig. At least it's something different. Who the hell is that? I have no idea which ghost that's supposed to be because I don't even think we've seen him before. Not that it matters because we never see him again. Oh, shocker, she's dead. Oh, no, it's another dream sequence. We get another ADHD hyper montage along with stock sound effects that I swear are ripped straight from Doctor Who.
Taking him. Let's just leave him here.
I can explain it to you right now.
Wow, that has got to be the most blatant screw you a movie has ever given for a contrived plot. Shut up, kid, you don't know anything. And so they boat into the sunset and the film ends with a dumb jump scare. That's the film. That's it. The New York Times review hilariously described it as low-key creepy. Like there's literally anything in this film that's low-key instead of explicitly in your face. That being said, I don't in any way hate this film. The complete middle finger to the source material and the overacting really adds to the charm of this film, which is at best bloody hilarious.
Ah, stop it!
Admittedly, at its worst, it's incoherent, and that makes the film impossible to follow, but it's a great drunk Halloween movie. There are really some brilliant laughs in this film. It's enough to kickstart an adoration for this ridiculous film series, so that's praise enough in my book. But all going well, I'll be setting my sights on Amityville again very, very soon. So let me know what you thought of this in the comments and tweet me here and here for more. Thank you very much. I've been Toby Cruz, and I'll see you next time on Oh the Horror.